Hi, everyone. My name is Christy Hindman. I'm the Writing Center Director at Wallace Community College, both for the Dothan campus and the Eufaula campus. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my experiences with AI in the Writing Center and how we approach students who use AI. So we see students use AI in essays, and that can be for any subject. We see, of course, a lot of AI generated essays for English class, but also things like history, nursing. No subject is off limits. So lots of essays, of course. Um, Another really big area that students use AI in is their cover letters for jobs. So we see a lot of cover letters that are fully generated from top to bottom using AI. And then we see scholarship application essays. Those are the big three. So general essays for any kind of class, any subject, cover letters, and scholarship essays. Those are the main offenders. So, but more often than not, what we have found over the past, I would say, 2 or 3 years, is that students, and this is from our writing center, from our experience, so I can't speak for any other institution, but what we have found is that more often than not, students who bring in their AI generated assignments are not being malicious in their use of AI. Usually, what's happening is that they weren't aware they shouldn't use it. They didn't know that there was anything inherently wrong with it. They lack confidence in themselves to do the assignment on their own. They don't understand the assignment, time constraints, so many different reasons. But one of the reasons that we have found to be pretty much completely absent, I think, is that, malicious intent to just get away with using AI. And so that leads us to our approach to AI in the Writing Center. What we have trained our tutors to do is to avoid accusatory language. And so when we are interacting with students, we do not say things like, "Did you use AI?" or "It looks like you used ChatGPT here." We don't say things like that because what we have found is that that type of language sort of ignites some defense mechanisms in the student. And so to avoid um, any kind of barrier coming up between the tutor and the student, rather than accuse students of doing something, we use questions about their choices. So things like, "What made you choose this word?" "What were you thinking when you added this sentence?" "How does this paragraph connect to your topic?" Things like that. And so rather than accusing them of using AI, we are asking them to explain their choices and explain their reasoning. And so, when they have had AI reason for them and make those choices for them, then they can't answer those questions. And so that's when we realize that we were correct in our assumptions, that AI was used here. And that's when we offer the student to help them redraft their writing. So ultimately, our goal at the Writing Center is not to make students feel ashamed or guilty for using AI in their writing. It's a reality. Students are going to use it, whether we tell them not to. They're going to use it. So that's not what we're here for, to make them feel ashamed or guilty. What we want to show them is that it's worth the hard work, and they are not alone in that hard work. That's what we are here for. that's often one of the motivating factors behind why students do use AI, is that, they believe that they have to do this difficult task on their own. And for whatever reason, they think that they can't do it, or, you know, don't want to do it. And so every time we see AI generated content, we offer to help the student redraft that material from scratch. Um, and so we, at least so far, we have never had a student turn down that offer, because we've helped them realize through those questions that I mentioned earlier, those questions about their reasoning and their choices. We've helped them realize that there's a big disconnect between what they've been asked to produce and what they have actually produced. And so if we have noticed it, surely their instructors will notice it. And so from that point, we just encourage them to redraft and use us as a guide. That's what we're here for. And so those are just a few of the ways that we have experienced and addressed AI in the Writing Center here at Wallace. And like I said, I know that the reality is that students will continue to use AI. And so we are not here to try to stop them from doing that. We are just here to show them that there are ethical ways that they can use AI and still produce their own work, with us as guides if they need us. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you all work really hard on your writing this semester, and ask for help if you need it. Thank you.